Welcome back to the YouTube, finally. It's been a while, life's been just a bit hectic and I started off still continuing taking videos, but then never had enough that I thought it was good enough for a video. Was sitting exams, but I've decided the season's been too good and too busy to not put something together. So here is just a random showcase of roughly the second half of the season. Hope you all enjoy. 28 degrees down at Trafford Park. Just praying that it stays the same for Stratford this weekend. Me and Ledge in the 100 and a 200 for myself. So I think Stratford was pretty fast for us last year. It was the race that Ledge pulled his hamstring in, unfortunately, but I think we both know we were on for a really quick time. And also that was an evening race, so we raced really late, so hopefully midday at the weekend it's going to be the same conditions as this and we'll fly to something fast. So they have lactic burn, which is 400 metres split into shorter runs with literally about 15-20 seconds recovery. So they're about to just run straight down. I'll video this next recovery to show how fast it is. Nice, nice. Let's get back to the line. Ready again? Let's keep shaping this one. On your marks, set, go! And here I am, just sharpening up, making sure I can still run fast and be ready for a 200. Good morning, Stratford Diamond League today. A couple of 100 metres with Ledge and a 200 metres. We can just about see the stadium in the distance there. And here we are going through the first part of the warm-up down at Stratford. Was a nice day, getting ready for round one in the 100. And in between parts of our warm-up we did have the luxury of witnessing this crazy performance from the king that is Elliot Jones, running a windy sub-10. Buzzing for the big man. He's had a big season this year. And it was time for me and Ledge. This is round two. We ran 11.7 in the first round, so it's always just a case of trying to kick on in the second round, which we did, but unfortunately the wind was just over the legal limit. But 11.63, fastest time of the year so far. And then it was on to my 200 from the outside lane. Pretty decent run, took the win, and 21.5, which again is showing the speed is still in the legs, and finishing really strong, showing that the 400s is working. I've requested from the boss to be floored tonight, and he's given me a session. It's probably more swimming than running. Diminishing twos. Anyone who knows it knows it's absolute death. 5 twos with the rest getting shorter, but you have to just smash the first couple, and the last ones are just as slow as they need to be. Didn't get any videos of the runs, but there was a lot of swimming in there. But we opened up 22.3 on the first one, so that just shows we did commit at the start. But I think by the fourth one I probably did a 30 something, and then the legs came back slightly, but good session. Gaz is trying to scream across the pitch to get into YouTube. Here it goes. At least I'm not in this state. The big man's put in the work though. And that brought us on to Welsh Champs, where Ledge very kindly hosted me at his gaff, getting in the mood with Lewis Capaldi, and then I had to stomach some bicarb before my 400 in the morning. not it. Like, look at the state of it. It basically tastes pure salty and fishy, but has the texture of bogies. That's all I can describe it as. And then it was me first up in the heats of the 400. The plan was, and what I did was just run the heats flat out, as I didn't want to do the rounds with 2 rounds with ledge later in the day. So got out nice and hard, committed to the first 300, which I sort of learned throughout the season, and still managed to finish relatively strong and ran a PB again. So, heats to the 400 done. I was just going out to smash it, because 2 rounds with ledge and 2 4s in the one day I think would be too much, especially when I'm just needing a time. Another PB, 47.52. However, I was going for the 47.50 British standard, so it's a bit gutting to be that close. That's just typical. You can write it, but can't complain with a PB. And then me and Ledge just ran the first round, 11.61. Unfortunately windy, but fastest of the season. Hopefully round 2 is faster. And here's a snippet of the last bit of our final. Unfortunately, the conditions turned a little bit later in the day, and it was 11.7, but we got the win. Wales champs, always good to collect some silverware. And then I'm sharpening up again for English champs, and then on to British. Unfortunately, the wee man got in my way, but I interrupted his B skips, so sorry, wee man. And this is the start of our British champs final. Nice start. This was one of the best starts of the season, I think. And we took the silver medal at British, and I didn't get any content in English, so here we are in anti-doping with the little lion. And I did get to see the legend that is Alessandro win English champs, and he did win British champs, but I didn't get a picture of him on the podium there. And that brought us on to Belgium. Urdegem meet, IFAM meet, 100 metres with ledge, and then a 4 and a 2 for myself.
For the start, set and go. The fast start in lane 5. Lane 5, very fast. Yassine Bouaziz, de Nederlander.
So it did become a little bit of a curse. Another 11.7 for us. Seemed to be, at least we were consistent, but we were struggling to sort of break that barrier. But a good race overall. And then it was on to my 400, which I was honestly second guessing doing, because I arrived really late, did an exam the day before in the morning, but it was good conditions, good race. I was like, let's just go for it. I don't really remember much of the race. I just remember getting to this point thinking, like, I've got so much energy left, let's just get it going.
On the lead, close with Kelly. Kelly wins. Greg Kelly from Scotland wins in 64.94, and it's going to be probably corrected, his PB, and he may ring the bell in 64.91. New PB for the man, Greg Kelly. He shows his very strong arms.
I like how the commentators bigging up the big arms, but I don't think so. We've not benched 100 yet. That's to come.
Taking the personal bests card. 3rd place to Monterey.
And then here I am getting a well done from Joe Breyer, the Olympian from Wales, legend.
Their feet in the blocks.
And then it was on to a 200, which was probably only an hour and 15 after the 4. But it's one of those, when you're in shape, you just got to race. And I don't think the speed's been fully there this season, so it was good to test it out here. But don't know what it was, but it just seemed to click on this day. Really committed round the bend, but again was just super strong. I don't know if it's that 400 strength. Felt like I could have kept running. 21.40, second fastest time ever. and haven't felt like I've done much speed training or 200 prep, so it was a good little wake-up call. Hopefully more in the tank. These performances in Belgium kind of revitalised the hunger for the rest of the season. So next up, Scottish champs.